no way that this VOD gets muted after all this time. It can't happen. It can't happen. Okay, we're chilling. We're literally chilling. I did have a much better frame actually to start this on before. I wonder if I can find it. Yes. Now this is what the where I accidentally paused earlier. Before we got a little bit sidetracked and looked at the clips of Jesse streaming, him singing. But I'm not going to press play again. For the duration of the 2 series, I will fast forward the break. Between games, I'll skip between games. We're gonna just watch the games. But I know a lot of you guys don't like when I pause, so we're just gonna try and play all the way through the gameplay here. So it won't be as in-depth analysis, breaking down things with what do you call it? We're skipping forward a little bit here. There we go. So we're not gonna, we're just gonna like skip through this a little bit. That's what I'm saying. We're not gonna like draw on the screen or anything. We're just gonna have a little chat. Is the volume okay, by the way? Sorry about my voice. I know most of you are aware. I lost my voice because I was in this crowd at RLCS, which is also something most of you are aware of. We were chanting pretty loud and we all lost our voices. It was great fun. So, Team Dignitas are coming from the loser bracket, which I did not predict. I thought that they were going to beat NRG. I did predict their day 2 matchup, but I thought that Team Dignitas would win that. And then NRG would come back and win the whole thing. As it turned out, spoiler alert, stop listening right now if you don't know the result of this series. It was actually NRG who won in the winners bracket. And then Team Dignitas got the reverse sweep. They won both best of 7. So this is best of 7 number 1. And Team Dignitas have already had 2 long series today. They played against EG. They beat them 3-0, I believe. And then they also played against Complexity. Wasn't that 4-2 or 4-1? I think it was 4-2, right? But that's a lot of games to be playing. And then they have to beat NRG in 2 best of 7s. Team they've already lost against. So it's not going to be an easy task. I was actually anticipating at this point when I was there during the day, after seeing how well Dignitas played versus Complexity, I did think that there would be a bracket reset. But I thought after that NRG would come back because maybe fatigue would start having an impact on Dignitas and stuff like that. How can we talk about how insane Justin is? Yes, we can. Matt Ander. Justin was heavily criticized, heavily critiqued, heavily analyzed, and pretty much unanimously. What was that touch by Justin? I really want to rewind that, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I believed in Justin. Obviously, a lot of other people believed in Justin. I thought he was going to play well on LAN because he is very calm whenever I watch his stream. Seems like a very chill guy. I know that himself, Garrett, and Fireburner were practicing a lot, and yeah, I look at other players that are kind of similar to Justin. Players like Squishy, players like Gimmick, players like Garrett G. This incredibly mechanically gifted and confident players. And they all, they had great, excuse me, first LANs. All of them. With Gimmick and Squishy actually won the first LAN. Garrett didn't win it, but RLCS Season 1, he was fantastic. Second best in points per game, only behind, I believe, was it Kronovi or Cuxer? Was he, or maybe he was up there with Kronovi and Cuxer. I can't remember who got first points per game. But Garrett's definitely, for me, the best LAN player North America's ever seen. No doubt in my mind. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I haven't had a chance to review any of the VODs yet. And when RLCS was actually happening in the Copper Box in London, I didn't get a chance to watch all of the games in detail because I was just talking to people, walking around the venue, meeting fans, meeting a lot of you guys. It was awesome actually to have so many people come up and ask for pictures, ask for signatures. Never be shy to do that, by the way. And I think I can speak for pretty much anyone in the Rocket League community. If you come up and somebody's not got somewhere to go, and you just say, "Hey, can I get a picture?" I don't know anybody who's gonna be like, "No." Nobody's gonna ego you. Everybody's really nice.
That's gonna drop really awkward. That's Kato. But there is Justin as well.
And I know that the players actually all have scheduled meet and greets. I didn't. Nothing was planned for me. I just tweet out a lot. I would be like, okay, I'm going to be in this location, so if you want to see me, you can come here. I know a lot of you guys were at LAN and you wanted to meet me and you couldn't, but that's because you don't follow Twitter. You need to get on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, turn on notifications. That way you can maybe find me. Talk about Fireburner's team bumps in overtime. We'll get there. We will get there. Yeah, it was a turtle flip, NYX, the thing that I wanted to rewind that Justin did. It was indeed. Yeah, this was, I thought at the time, good news for NRG. That Dignitas just didn't come out all guns blazing and go up like 3-0 or, you know, maybe even 2-0 early. Just get a big lead early. Because you got to remember, Team Dignitas are warmed up at this point. They've been playing against, or they've been playing on stage today. NRG have not. NRG have been waiting. Oh, no, NRG have been waiting longer, rather. They did play against Complexity earlier in the day, but they didn't play as much as Dignitas, or as recently as Dignitas. So they're maybe a bit colder coming in. Expect Dignitas to start stronger than this, in fact. Maybe get an early lead, get a couple of goals. And then I thought it was going to be NRG who were going to be fighting back from a losing position. But yeah, the series was absolutely insane. It was crazy. Do feel free, by the way, to ask at Johnny Boy questions in the chat while we do this. I'll try to pay attention to that and the game at the same time. I won't really be reading much chat that doesn't have at Johnny Boy in it, because I'll assume that you guys are just talking to each other. If you do that, which is fine. You're encouraged to do that. Review every series. No, I'm not going to review every series from RLCS on stream. No, probably not. If you guys really want to see more, then tell me what one in particular you want to see. This is such a strong position that should have been much better by Justin there. Flicking the ball way harder than he meant to, and that could have been a goal at the other end. Overhitting the ball, happening quite a lot. And there we go. Finally does end. I remember that was the ending coming in. I was surprised, actually. I thought that when Panda came off the wall there that he was going to get that double touch, because the backboard is completely naked. Justin is a player who likes to sit in the goal a bit more, actually, than other players. And now that there's transparent goalposts, I've talked about this on my stream in the past, or recently. Now that there's transparent goalposts, you can tuck yourself in that near post area, and you've got actually pretty good vision compared to if you sit in the middle of the goal or in front of the goal line, where your vision's not as good. I think Freaky should retire. No. Opinions on OCE? Good. But, wait. Oh, I guess, yeah, that does the question. I feel like in the first series they weren't getting Justin involved enough. I'll have to wait and see. I mean, I was here watching this, but I was also paying a lot of attention to just the crowd and having fun with people around me. I couldn't tell you the details of this entire series. I can't tell you that for me, I think overall for the entire LAN, I'm not gonna lie, I would have probably, if I was choosing MVP, I would have probably given it to Justin, just for clutching that 0-second goal in the grand final and having a fantastic LAN throughout. I think Justin or Garrett was MVP. I've actually been thinking about that for the past 24 hours, because I was talking yesterday. I think at that point I had Garrett, but after thinking about it some more, I was like, nah, that goal was just actually so clutch. I think Justin was MVP. Chiefs could do better next LAN. I think so, yeah. Last game could have easily went the other way. Yeah, of course. Why did GT leave so early? They never really looked confident. I think they had confidence this year. I mean, I thought that they were going to struggle with that environment, personally, but not that much. No, I'm not going to analyze the replay files. I prefer doing it like this. This is more interesting to me than doing replay analysis. So I do replay analysis already on my stream, and this is a bit different. When is a good time to flip? Right after you touch the ball and not before touching the ball? You don't understand it? It's right before you touch the ball. You don't want to touch the ball and then flip into it. Well, it depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to like win a 50-50, then that could be good. Or win a kickoff, then maybe, yeah, if you're going for a block kickoff, sure. But if you want to get the maximum power, you want to just dodge at the last possible second into the ball. Because that, if you touch the ball first, then the ball's going to be moving away from you. Then when you dodge into it, you haven't actually hit it as hard. Think about it. Because you or the ball's running away from you. So NRG are very static in their box at the moment, and that's a fantastic pass. Lots of 1-2 passing plays are made off the backboard by Team Dignitas. You need to not just defend your backboard against them, and I think this is actually something that Complexity brought to the table, and a lot in particular. You can't just stop the ball from hitting your backboard, or well, you got to stop that from happening. But you've also got to stop the ball from getting hit by the opposing player who's on your backboard. Something that a lot really popularized in Europe this season, and Dignitas showed it off a lot in this grand final. Think Dignitas should have won? Of course. Yeah, of course. Oh, this goal. Not going to rewind it, but pay attention. Unbelievable stuff. That's a recovery. Garrett got bumped up there, lands, and straight away jumps off and ceiling shot into the goal. I think that goal is only beaten this land by Justin's overtime winner. I think better than Devo's double touch. I think probably better than K-Dop's crazy angle goal that he hit. What was the other goal? There's one other goal that I said was in my top 5. Oh yeah, Alot's double touch. I think Alot's double touch might be better than that goal there, but that's probably my 3rd best goal of the land right there from Garrett G. Ridiculous. And saying that's lucky, I mean, come on. He got bumped onto the ceiling. How many times have you gone for an aerial in ranked, and then you get bumped in the middle of it, and you think to yourself, oh man, I would have had that. Garrett gets bumped in the middle of his aerial, and he's like, yeah, I still have that, you know? It never happens. You rarely see somebody get bumped mid-play, recover, and score just like that. Incredible awareness, incredible recovery. And the shot itself was just perfect as well. Just madness by Garrett. That clear from Fireburner is a big problem, and it will result in a goal. So what Fireburner does wrong here is he doesn't keep the ball close to the wall. That ball needs to hug that wall, whether it goes up the wall or around the wall, needs to hug the wall. The fact that it kicks off that wall caused a goal. So that is on Fireburner. He needed to get that to hug the wall. He needed to stall more time. You know, the perfect situation would be bringing the ball under control and then doing a favorable 50-50. But if that's not possible, Justin actually nearly had this read. Should have had that read, actually. Seen him score those. Did you see in Soul Samurais' stream that he got kicked? I did, yes. Any predictions who Jacob and Sid are picking up? I don't know anything about that, like behind the scenes, in case you're going to read me answer this question as leaking information. I don't know anything about that situation. But I heard Chicago was going to be in RLCS. I think I saw that on RL Esports Reddit yesterday. Does that mean that he's going to be on Rogue? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care that much about finding out about roster swaps early. I don't really see the point. Don't get me wrong, it was a good shot, but the bump helped him well, of course, but the dude got bumped into a ceiling shot, and he's like, yeah, no problem. Let me just boom this top corner from a tight angle. Come on. That is incredible. And all the pro players, because I watched this series at the front with the pro players. That was one of the goals. That was the goal after Justin's goal, and maybe K-Dop's goal as well had a similar reaction. You will see that one later. Crazy angle off the back wall. Yeah, the Justin, Garrett, and K-Dop goal with only 3 in the grand final. It got okay. That's insane. Reaction from the pro player section, and not just hype for the sake of it, but actually like, yeah, this is nutty. So it's actually pretty lucky that Panda didn't hit that again. I do love how Shogun and Carpet just stopped listening to the crowd. This is something that actual football commentators do in the UK quite a lot. They can leave big gaps in their commentary. Well, they can leave gaps in their commentary just to listen to the crowd, appreciate a goal, or just to hear the sounds of the stadium. Now that you guys have seen what that's like at RLCS, I'm sure or Turbo actually touched that. You got the ghost hit. You can understand why. I'm always talking about how I think British style commentary is the way that Rocket League will excel, because this constant barrage of words of play-by-play doesn't allow you to enjoy an audience as good as this. That's why I think.
Johnny.
Wait, what is this? What is a football giveaway? Cheer any amount to get football emotes. What? Sir Boozy, I don't know if you know what this is, but thanks for 300 bits. Is this a World Cup thing? Yeah, there's some redemption for Fireburner scoring 2 goals to bring it back. So if you guys cheer a single bit, you get football emotes. There you go. You're an absolute legend. Thanks, man. Thanks, Buster Cherry. I don't know what they are, but yeah, go get your football emotes, I guess. Spanish commentary for the win. Yeah, Spanish commentary is good as well. Can be good. Can be irritating, but I think, yeah, can be good. Good kill by Justin. There they all are. So yeah, very good stuff there by Fireburner. Hitting those shots that he needed to hit, hitting those open nets. Gonna make a best goals of Landon. A couple of people already did that, so I don't think I will. You know, I know that RLCS YouTube channel do a best goals of the week thing video, but I didn't think it was very good, so I made a better one on my YouTube channel. But I saw Floomp made a best goals of the line. I didn't actually watch it, but I saw he made one. But yeah, I might make one. But I have to go watch all the goals. It takes ages. I don't have time. I definitely don't have time this week. Maybe next week. Probably not though. So I'm pretty busy at the moment. Most have felt for NRG's loss. Of course, it was no one person. But yeah, Fireburner messed up for the last goal. So there's, I mean, he knows that. We know that. I like that there's more pirate chants just because why not? Oh, actually, do you know why that pirate chant is happening right now? It's because at the Corrupted G, I think he just came in to sit down, or we just saw him. I think a bunch of us who were just in the loud cheering area, we just saw Corrupted G and we were like, da 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 da. Just started doing it because why not? Like, honestly, the crowd was chanting so many times just because why not? You know, why not chant? Let's just have a good time with it. Make some noise for the stream. Look at that ambition from Garrett G there, going for the bob. Doomsy's tweet on Devo's POV for his goal. No, I have not actually. That is very interesting. I would love to check that out. Please send me the link, or send one of my mods the link. Whisper it to them, and they can send it to me later. Yeah, I was at London for this. I was there the whole weekend. A lot of you lovely people came to say hi, which you should never be too shy to do, by the way. Never. It's flattering, honestly flattering. And overwhelmingly positive. I don't know how. Alright, so this is a very isolated challenge by NRG, and I'm not 100% sure how. Oh, okay, Fireburner missed the ball. Okay. So yeah, this should definitely not happen. The air dribble from that far deep in the midfield should be, if it's that low and under control by Violent Panda, Fireburner has to make contact. Maybe he messed something up that I didn't notice, but yeah, if you got a front man, he's got to just ball rush there. Make sure to hit the ball, or at least make sure that Violent Panda has to get the ball out, further away from his control in getting it past you, and that will make Garrett's follow-up challenge much easier. This is definitely the least annoying commentary. I didn't really hear much of the commentary, not gonna lie, because the crowd was too loud. We couldn't really we couldn't hear the commentary. It was just the crowd was louder. So, do you think that Caster's not mentioning ghost hits is stupid? What do you mean by ghost hits? Like actual server lag or spectator lag? I mean, sometimes spectator sees something that the players don't. Like the spectator client, I don't know if it's the same on LAN, but for me, sometimes I'll see something that players don't. What block by Turbo? That was not too dissimilar to the style of block Overzero went for his LAN number 1. Again, like loss of control in the corner. That's an unwillingness to try and dribble in defense. See, this is much better. Dignitas are forcing NRG to come in. The problem is a double commit. I actually like this from Violent Panda. Just forcing out 50-50, but I don't know why K-Dot flew in there. There was no danger. That shot was not going to make it past Violent Panda. no danger of a direct goal. It's going to 50-50 up like it did. And then K-Dop can come in and take the ball for free. I don't know why he rushed into the corner. If you can't get a big clear, just like putting yourself between the ball and the goal there, like Panda did, is a perfectly okay thing to do. Just keep it close to you, because if the ball's right beside you, somebody can't really score. They can't get the ball straight through your car if you time your block perfectly, which you can because you can see them coming. Okay, thanks, Nation. I might watch it after this. Shall we do that? Shall we watch the Doomsy POV of the Devo goal right after this single game? So I know people who are watching this on YouTube will be like, oh, I wanted to see that, but it just happened too quickly. So they're very unwilling to control the ball in their back corner. Dignitas are not having to work to get NRG to give them the ball. Their NRG are quite happy right now to just give the ball to Dignitas. They're not really trying to bring Dignitas out of their own half, which tells me that NRG are actually scared of having Dignitas in their half. That's ridiculous recovery by Justin. Justin and Garrett's recoveries were, I think, next level this entire LAN. Just almost instantaneous, which is pretty crazy. It's a great pass. Great passing play by the whole of Team Dignitas. A little bit chaotic again by NRG. Failure to control the ball in defense. Soft clear, gets punished. You hear the echo. It's the mistimed, like with the fact that you got one half of the crowd leading the chanting, the other half are responding. Like the speed of sound is making it go off. Thanks, out Magics. Have they sent out the wheels yet? Oh, I don't know why that's just happened. Have they sent out the RLCS rewards yet? Please don't lag. Okay, there we go. Now let's observe, see if NRG can start to control the ball in their own half. Control the ball in their own defensive corner. Are they going to keep doing this? It looks like they're just going to keep doing this. Hit the ball away. Because Dignitas aren't having to do anything. They're just sitting back. They're saying, I know that they're going to give it to us eventually. Fireburner just takes too long to control the ball. K-Dot, a lot more experienced in that 1 versus 1 position than Fireburner. You got white certified Apex. I got nothing. Excuse me with my chewing gum. And don't get me wrong, there are times in Rocket League where you just need to get rid of the ball. You just need to get rid of it. But there's also times where, yeah, taking control, bringing the other team to you is superior because it takes somebody out the game. Okay, let's watch this clip of Devo's POV of that goal. I just leave it small. Goodness me, that's outrageous. Wow. How? How does he even figure this out? Keep getting all these adverts. Sign up for the gym and people are just sending me all these adverts pop up every time I go on Twitter. What? How? It's absolutely absurd.
To further support this next level commentary.
Even just knowing that the ball is going to come past him here. He's like, oh, that's going to bounce down. Here we go. Let's just pop it in there. There's a reply link. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. When did this get tweeted? Oh, that's, I guess, yesterday. Lucky. And on we go. I said I wasn't going to pause it, but you guys are all going to say, we want to see the Devo goal. Well, there you go. You've seen it. And now we can get into the next game.
By pushing it out to midfield to a teammate who then still has someone to pass to the midfield.
A classic Devo free flow move. Yes, Comical Johnson. Devo much better when he's just making it up as he goes. Fortran at E7, thanks for 3 months for the support this next level commentary. I appreciate that. Oh, I see Frankie hosting me with 8 viewers 7 minutes ago. Thanks, Frankie. Appreciate that. So what are the football emotes that you guys all got for cheering? I wonder if Dignitas boys could hear bracket reset there. That's what's being chanted, bracket reset. I think we kind of knew that there was going to be a bracket reset. NRG looked sluggish. And again, the commentators are just standing there like, what? Yeah, we're in America for next RLCS. Is the crowd going to step up? Going to replicate? I certainly hope so. I hope they can go above and beyond. You know, if oh, that's a good back pass. If we get some British contingent over there to lead chanting, do you reckon the entire crowd will be willing to just follow? You know, a little bit predictable there by Garrett. Oof, nice save by Turbo. Fibbo Wee Waifu 99, thanks to the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome. Appreciate that. I was surprised not to see more team pinches from Dignitas actually at LAN. They did that quite a few times in league play. I was wondering if that was going to be something that cropped up again. You see still soft clears plaguing Dignitas, or NRG, sorry. This is just a huge problem. So what went wrong? Ball doesn't stick to the wall. Soft clear, goal. That ball needs to stick to the wall when Fireburner makes that touch. If he's not going to take control of it, if he's intending to hit it away from himself, he needs to get it to hug a wall, because it's much harder to score directly if the ball's hugging a wall. Of course, people can still go for wall shots, but those are going to come later. If it bounces off the wall, the shot's going to come sooner, and it's going to come from a much closer location. Much easier to shoot as well. I think it's going to be back in Vegas. I have no idea where the next one's going to be. I heard a good USA chant in London. Yeah, the best USA chant was when CJ, who's on the screen right there, told everybody not to chant USA.
He forced every single player to make a decision there. He forced one to try and go for it from the ground. One ended up going for
Not gonna lie, I didn't see how that goal happened. I was looking at my Twitch chat. We're not rewinding today, so sorry guys. You just got scammed. Landon OCE would be lit. It would. I definitely hope that happens eventually. Look at Turbo Pulse's predictive goalkeeping has been on point. And you can see there the Dignitas are so much more willing to just sit in their corner with the ball and let NRG come at them. They're saying, yeah, I'm here. I've got the ball. Are you going to come take it? Sure, welcome. And then NRG, on the other hand, barreling into the ball, hitting it into their corner. They're giving it away. That could have been a goal as well. Same problem. NRG slapping the ball into the corner, not taking control, not inviting the 50-50 when it would have been better to do so. Why can't you watch ad to get bit? I know you might have to buy a single bit. Can you buy a single bit on Twitch, or is that not allowed? These shots are just not quite ideal. That clear was very NRG-esque actually from Turbo Pulsar there. In fact, all of these touches are okay. That's better. So finally we connect to the pass. We do get out of that corner. This is very pointless. No, it's far from very pointless. Thanks to the 2 month in a row resub with Prime. I appreciate that. Welcome back to you. Dignitas playing 4 consecutive series. I don't think it's that much of a problem, to be honest. Like, there's plenty other esports where this happens. Fighting games, like, players have ridiculous marathons to go through. StarCraft, I've seen players go ridiculous marathons. That's a team bump from NRG, foreshadowing what's going to come later in the day. When is a 50 more advantageous? It's when you can't get a big clear over the top of somebody or just take the ball past them. Then taking a 50-50 is better than just giving the ball to them. It's a very good goal as well, though. I kind of want to rewind this to see how there's no challenge here. Well, you know what? I'm going to make an exemption to my rule. How on earth is there no challenge? Going to try and do this as little as possible because I know you guys don't like that. Oh, Justin just missed. Yeah, Justin underestimated the speed on the ball. That's just a 1v3 play by Panda because we have no challenge on the initial contact. Miss in midfield. And then Garrett can't possibly make a save there because he kind of needed Justin to do more. Check my Twitter. What about what's happened on my Twitter? Nordy Winning. Listen, I had to. I'm going to limit it because I know this is going to take a long time. Yeah, Team Dignitas are just popping off now. Good kickoff to the side. Nobody able to contact with the early challenge. Garrett can afford to go higher there. Maybe he didn't have enough boost, but that's happened 3 times now, where there's been an air dribble of sorts, or just a high ball coming over the midfield by Team Dignitas. It happened in game 1, I believe, and it happened twice in this game now. And the first challenger from NRG just doesn't make contact and doesn't even come close, and that's a big problem. How did they let that in? Yeah, they need to just... Their first challenger, in this case it was, I think, Garrett, although I'm not 100% sure, needs to just make sure to block the most threatening thing. And in that case, the most threatening thing was the ball being air dribbled over the top of him. You can't let that happen. If the air dribble goes underneath him, that's kind of okay, because then he's got somebody backing him up. He's going to come in and 50-50. That's fine. Some nice pre-jump saves from both teams this game, though. Very nice pre-jump saves. Now you see why NRG are kind of scared to sit back in their own half. They don't want their boost to get stolen. They don't like getting pressured like this. There isn't really any team in America that can do this to NRG, so they're not used to playing on the back foot. This is something that they're just not yet familiar with. But they need to become familiar with this, because there are teams in the world who are ridiculously fast, such as Envy, and Flipside when they're playing at their best, such as Team Dignitas. And you're going to have games where you're just in defense for maybe 4 out of 5 minutes. And knowing how to deal with that, knowing how to micromanage your boost, how to time your challenges as a team, how to not give away the ball with soft clears, how to take 50-50s when you need to, how to get that ball to stick in unscorable positions, not bouncing out into shootable positions. That's something at NRG are not on the same level with, or it's apparently after this LAN. Yeah, I'm from Glasgow. Americans starting a football chant. It's beautiful. I'm not sure. I'll maybe look at that later. Learn how to play like Flipside tactics. What, sitting back? Flipside haven't really been one for sitting back, to be honest. Hence, NRG are bad. Lamau, I don't like them, TBH. Nah, NRG are fantastic. Best team in America by a fair margin. They swept the early 2 qualifier. Yeah, you can't see the panic. NRG, they're on the back foot, and they're not happy with that. They want to get out. Like, now we need time, and we need to just get clear to give ourselves some time to get boost. Then we're good. Then we have boost, then we can do what we want to do, which is get up fast into the air, score some nice aerials. Bring it, like mixing it up, bringing the game to the ground is a good idea as well. In fact, I saw a lot of mind games on the ground from NRG on day 1, and they disappeared. They kind of just stopped happening as the tournament went on, especially in the grand final. I don't think we've seen one yet. Yeah, what were we talking about before? First challenger not coming in. That's a 1v3 play again. This time K-Dot over the top of one. Second man doesn't challenge. Third man is like, I don't know what on earth to do. In this case, Fireburner's like, I don't know when to challenge here because Justin's reversing into me. Definitely a problem for NRG, knowing how to challenge as a team. I think if you expose these guys to more European competition on a regular basis, they're probably going to be the best team. Probably. Not by a long way. There are other teams that are definitely capable of getting up to that level, and I'm sure after this season, well, this season that just ended, there will be some roster swaps, so we'll surely make some more super teams. There's a mind game of Fireburner. I like that. He's invited the 50-50, and he's given his team a goal-scoring opportunity. It wasn't a goal, but it was a goal-scoring opportunity, and that's something NRG have been lacking. All too predictable there from Garrett G. I think NRG tried too many solo plays. No, not sure I would say that. Maybe too many like shots that are just not likely to work. You could say that. That's better. There's a good passing play. So instead of shooting here, Because Garrett's got a shot there, might work. Fireburner's got a shot here. He's like, nah, this probably is not going to work because there's just too many goalkeepers. I don't think I'm going to put this in top right with enough power. Let me pass it instead because that's more likely to work. Second man misses, third man is like, what on earth am I meant to do? And die. Yeah, that's literally what's happening. This is the first series, first one. Complexity's run at land. Complexity are going to be very happy with themselves. I'm sure that they didn't. I don't think they would have expected to get that high a finish with how badly their qualifier went for RLCS, coming 4th seed, and also not even qualifying for Gnarly 2. So there's a great pass and a great shot. K-Dot finds himself downfield, completely unforced play here. Just free flow from Dignitas. K-Dot's downfield, let's just pass it towards him. Instead of going for a hard clear to the backboard, instead of going for a long shot, instead of just booming the ball aimlessly, let me hit it at my teammate who's already downfield. That's something that's becoming more popular even in ranked these days. Players are getting better at just hitting the ball toward their teammate. Look at that flip reset. If only. We didn't get a really good flip reset goal at LAN. I'm disappointed. Thought we might get one. Mr. Marky Duda flex. Well, I was there when it happened. I was sitting right beside him when he did that. I don't think I was on the camera at the time. There you go. Composure by K-Dot. Wants to invite the 50-50. He's trying everything within his power. You know, he didn't play it perfectly mechanically, but K-Dot is trying everything in his power there to A, keep the ball under control, B, invite the 50-50, C, not give the ball away. You know, there's everything's just going right there in the mind of K-Dot. It's fantastic by Fireburner though. Look at this bump. Squishy did this in day one, but this is grand finals. Well played. Well played, Fireburner. What a play. NRG are overrated. They're too cocky. I don't know how I could ever agree with that statement. Well, I've not seen anything cocky from any of them ever. So Fireburner needs to work on his first touch on ceiling shots. Just like pretty much every other shot in Rocket League, the first touch is almost as important, if not more important, than the, or if not just as important, I should say, as the actual shot itself. That time his first touch was just a little bit too heavy, showing a little bit of inconsistency. A little bit of an inexperience perhaps with the ceiling shot. Not seen Fireburner score many ceiling shots in the past. Yeah, I'm going to do both series. That's why I'm trying not to pause as much today. We're just going to do everything all in one stream. I think PSG and Flipside would have done better if they were World Championships. I think Flipside would. PSG, I don't know. They've looked very shaky recently. But I do think that Flipside would have done well, because Coxer's a beast on LAN. Coxer's just a monster. Absolute monster every time he goes to a LAN. Oh, the revenge. Decent pass, actually. Look at the control, though, by Turbo. Controlling the ball, inviting the 50-50, not giving the ball away. This is, like, honestly been the difference between these two teams in this series. Where's the challenge in the midfield? Why is there no early challenge? Where is it? Somebody should be challenging Panda at crossbar height, if not above crossbar height. Definitely some rotational problems for NRG when they're going back into defense from offense. And I've not been able to, look at the replays or anything for this, but I wouldn't be surprised if the first man rotating out for NRG, let's say that the mid boost is up on one side and the back boost is up at the NRG side. This would be much easier to explain with if I paused and drew it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to try to explain it. Imagine mid boost is up and back boost is up on the NRG side. Two people are rotating back. I bet you anything that the first man rotating out there for NRG a lot of the time is taking the mid boost, turning where it's challenged, and then the other guy has to go all the way back, grab the back boost, and then he turns around and he's like, oh, I'm a little bit far away here. It'd be nice if we both rotated back together. Player number one drives around that side boost all the way back to the back boost, and then both players can have boost and turn to challenge in a much more synchronized fashion. That's what's missing here. Something I noticed in my own ranked gameplay recently, actually. I realized that I was just seeing, okay, we got two boosts up, I'll take the mid one, my teammate can go back for the other one. And I was like, hold on a second. Why not go all the way back and let my teammate who's recovering after me take the mid one, then we're both boosted up, we're both full boost earlier in the play. That could definitely help NRG. Could help them get the challenge in earlier. You see there, they're just afraid to make challenges a lot of the time. What teams do you think could have been better than the weaker teams at LAN? Flip side, maybe FlyQuest, so they've looked pretty good in NA. That's probably it. With Dignitas have beaten all previous RLCS winners. Oh yeah, of course, the Rocket League right now is way higher level than it ever has been. Clarky31, thanks to the 3 month in a row, by the way, of Prime subbing. I do appreciate that. So yeah, you can see there, I know I said I wasn't going to pause, but see where there's a rotation on the far side from Justin, a rotation on the near side from Garrett, and they're just completely disjointed. Somebody should be challenging, like, maybe like now somebody should be putting some pressure on Panda, being like, you better hit this ball now, because if you don't, then I'm going to hit it. But instead, they're both just arriving at the same time. And I think Justin also missed the boost, by the looks of things. So that didn't help. How do I feel about EG? They're going to be delighted with themselves, I think. I think they could be very happy. Take your bits. I certainly will, Redox. Thanks to the 165 bits. You've activated a football giveaway for 41 others in chat. Sheer any amount to get football emotes. Yep. Alright, let's get into the second series. This is bracket reset time. And this one I did actually think NRG would win. I thought that they would be a bit angry now, warmed up. They're like, okay, let's focus. Dignitas are playing really well. Let's start playing like a team. Good challenge in the infield pass there by Garrett. It was readable, especially since Dignitas do that a lot. They love to go for that direct pass instead of the backboard. If there are players ready to defend the backboard. Where's the challenge again from NRG? What on earth is this? 50-50, another 50-50. Oh, Garrett's just completely out of position or not ready to challenge this. Did Garrett have no boost, maybe? It'd be nice at this point to have boost showing for all players. That's something I thought about on replays, especially replays of goals. It'd be really nice if an overlay came up that showed all players boost throughout the replay. I would love that. It would really help the casters as well, because sometimes they're just like, whoa, what was Garrett doing? Like me, I'm there, I'm thinking, why didn't Garrett go up for that ball? Why didn't he just beat Turbo to that ball and get it clear? Maybe he had 12 boosts. That would explain it. Oh yeah, the NRG definitely stepped up. I don't pronounce almond. I don't say almond. I do say the almond. It's kind of, I don't know, maybe in between. What was that? Was that the Violent Panda you're going at Stink Chant? That's a pretty good one. Alright, is this a team challenge? There's one. Yep, there's the backup. That's what you want to see. Wave dash. Good try by far. Looked like it was scoreable if he'd recovered a little bit quicker. But that's what you want to see if you're an NRG fan. You want to see one challenge coming in from someone, and then regardless of what happens in that challenge, there needs to be someone else following up. Team average boost. Yeah, total team boost would be really nice. I mean, more boost stats, more speed stats, more stats in general need to be released for Rocket League. See what people can do with them. Feels like more of a threat than a chant. It does, yeah. Good boost grab by Justin. Yeah, he had to dodge to secure it. Bit of a pointless shot, though. I would have much rather see a pass to Garrett G. Fireburner showing Justin how it's done, actually. Got an option to the right. Use it. Don't just tap the ball to our goalkeeper. Speaking of, need more bump stats. I would love bump stats. It's actually not bad by Garrett there. He pre-jumped to stop the shot, and then he just flew into the ball. He's like, oh well, you're not going to shoot because you saw me pre-jump. So now you're just going to fly straight down into this. Justin really just... he's in a bit of a hurry. I think Justin's got somewhere to be after this series, because he's not waiting. He's not waiting around. He is playing at 1,000,000 miles an hour. More mileage stats. Yeah, we should see who traveled the furthest at LAN. It's probably Violent Panda because he made the grand finals and through the loser bracket, and he always is the one who uses the most boost out of Team Dignitas. I think Turbo is the most boost efficient on Team Dignitas, if I remember correctly, for this LAN. But K-Dop sometimes is more boost efficient, which just isn't that surprising given his one's background. Canadian Garrett, thanks to the tier 1 sub. The Canadian Garrett. Is it Canadian Garrett G or just Canadian Garrett? Canadian Garrett B, D, E, another letter. Right, come on, NRG, take control. That's it, control the ball. That's better. Let's bring it down. It's, you know, you got 1 minute 22 seconds. I know it's scary. I know Team Dignitas are winning. They're looming. They're just beating you 4-1 in the first series. But you've only got to score a single goal. Passing opportunity was there and was attempted by Fairburner. Again, his ground play looking a little bit lacking, I would say. Not quite up to this same level as some of the other players of this LAN. Or legendary dribblers from the Ones arena. I do remember the Greasy versus Kurnovi Rumble 1v1, which I think Kurnovi won that one, if I'm not mistaken. But Greasy beat Kurnovi in a regular 1v1 on my stream. It's got to be over a year ago now. Way over a year ago, probably. So there you go. K-Dop getting that ball to hug the back wall. Look how difficult it is for Fairburner to hit a shot there because the ball is just hugging the back wall. Rolling around the wall. Good passing by Fairburner this series, honestly. He's looking for passes a lot. He knows that that is a problem that they're having, is they're not passing enough. Oof, okay. That would have been a little bit unlucky. Hard to read. And Turbo with the soft clear. The thing I've been criticizing NRG for doing. Turbo does it. Doesn't get the ball near a wall. Doesn't get it near one of his teammates. Doesn't get it away from the opponents. Doesn't keep it near himself. Do you think Gale Dignitas should change out rosters to win another World Championship? I would, you know, I would be surprised if they win another World Championship, but it's possible. I wouldn't expect it. Justin had the right idea here, but there's just no follow-up. Why is there no challenge there? Ah, that's perfectly fine. It looks like a dangerous position on that replay, but the positioning by Fairburn in the near post is just not good enough. He's wrong-footed himself, really. You know, Justin actually figured out what they're doing wrong. He's like, I'm giving the ball away too much. I'm just going to invite a 50-50 here. Hey, there we go. One player's out of the game for Dignitas because he 50-50'd with me. That's good. Now I just need my goalkeeper to come in and make a big clear, or another 50-50, also fine. Or, you know, goalkeeper come and pass it to Justin, who just finished a 50-50 in the corner. That's what really should have happened. Instead of Team Dignitas winning here, it should have been Fairburner. Quickly gets up to stop that ball from being shot by Turbo. Pass it to Justin, who's literally sitting in the corner right in front of him. Justin either passes it to Garrett, booms it, takes a long shot, takes it under control. That's what really should be happening in that position, but instead, you see a game one to Team Dignitas because Fairburn is out of position at the near post. He's not ready for the 50-50 that's about to happen. Kongi TV, thanks for the 2 months in a row. Welcome back to you. Appreciate that. I didn't actually do any of that, Yummy Cheese Man. I didn't do any of that this time. I got straight into the games because there's so many of them to go through that I've actually been doing that much fluff analysis. Unfortunately. EU and NA Dream Team. I've said that if I had to pick maximum one player from, like only allowed to pick one player from any team, I would want Garrett and Turbo for sure. I know that they're pretty good friends as well, so that would work out pretty well. And then I don't know, maybe somebody like Magnus would be a good addition. That'd be a pretty solid team. Now look at that. That was much better structure by NRG. They all were ready to move together, challenging the shot early enough, or challenging the player who's coming forward early enough that he can't really make us a very dangerous play. Ambitious here, but Valpan is like, this is what I would do if I did have boost. Poor clears. A lot of very poor clears this year. I don't like that at all. It's just so ambitious. You gotta remember that every time that you're making a hit in Rocket League that's away from your half, it does, you know, get the ball closer to the enemy team goal, but it usually gets the ball closer to enemy team goalkeepers as well. And that's why the infield pass is so powerful, because it puts your attacking teammates on an even playing field. They don't have to chase after the ball. It's just going perpendicular to them. They just have to meet it. They have to intersect it. How do you know that they're friends? Well, I mean, most of the Rocket League community are friends, but I mean, I think that they're friends. Well, NRG are good friends with Turbo and Greasy, Rebco, the Envy guys. I know they're all good friends. NA, I think, refused to make Power Team for too long, while they're a little bit behind Dignitas and EU. The reason why NA are behind is because EU just has more good teams who get more good practice, and NA have to wait until they practice against EU teams to really get up to that level. That's why it took a while for NA to get up to the same level at the top. And even now, good read there. But yeah, even now you've just got such a depth of talent in Europe. You got 7, maybe even 8 teams who could make a final day of an RLCS. There's much better control and defense from NRG. They're forcing Dignitas to come to them. They're keeping the ball close to the wall, keeping the ball close to their teammates. This is much better. It looks dangerous, but this is because the follow-up wasn't quite good. You know, initially they were doing quite well there. Good back pass. Red though, by Garage. See, now they've got a chance. That was a big, clear opportunity for Garrett. That's why we see him going for it. Don't get me wrong, this game, or this series, I'm talking a lot about not trying to hit the ball away from your goal in defense. You know, if you've got a ton of boost and momentum, or and you got a chance to boom the ball, yeah, often that's just the best thing you could do, is just hit the ball really, really hard as much as you can. But if you don't have a lot of boost, you don't have a lot of momentum, then often trying to hit the ball hard can be a big problem. Man, Garrett really not respecting Turbo there. Thank goodness for him, he missed it. Forefront, oh my goodness, a tier 3 sub, are you kidding me? Let me just put you on my replay list.
Giving you all my money, I guess. Eventually, I might even send you my gameplay for review.
Oh, please do.
XP.
I mean, you've earned it. Yeah, connect to me on Discord, and we can get that sorted out. Fireburner's ground play again, looking like it needs some work. This is why 1v1 can be so valuable, is because you get so much more time to practice your dribbling. In 2s, you don't get much time to practice your dribbling, even. You have to rush dribbles because somebody's trying to demo you from behind every time you do anything. So ball control and flicks and just the minute details of those maneuvers don't really get enough love. And I've never seen... well, I think another thing Psyonix could add to the game that would really help players advance their dribbling would be like obstacle creation in training packs. So players have to flick the ball over a bunch of obstacles before they have to do anything. Or before they can put the ball into the goal. Good control by K-Dot. Fireburner tried to do the right thing there. Where's his support? We need to rewind actually here and see what on earth happened. So Justin, boom. Hopes more than anything on the follow-up. Okay, there's the problem. So Garrett with a challenge, which is quite ambitious. Quite ambitious. He did isolate Fireburner here. He really did isolate Fireburner. Fireburner could have played that safer though. There wasn't. It wasn't necessary to turn towards the opponent. He could have gone straight up the wall, kept running away, gone for a ceiling clear. I think the ceiling clear was probably the play there. Just keep the ball rolling up the wall instead of turning it around the corner. Again, what we've been talking about all series long, get the ball away from opponents with your clears. Don't take it towards them. So Fireburner there, he could have looked for that. It's not actually a safe place. You know, don't get confused. That would have been so sick. But yeah, don't get confused. When I'm saying inviting 50-50s in defense is usually a good thing. As the last man, that's kind of a last resort. You're the first man forward. You got teammates behind you. Yep, 50-50s are usually good in defense, usually. Because you got backup. And then the ball's going to ricochet away from you, and then one of your teammates can go look for it. But if you don't have backup, if you're alone, ball's going to 50-50, bounce away from you. Who's it going to go to? Probably an opponent. So there, Fireburner, although he's like taking the ball under control, which is good, chose the wrong option. He needed to make a runaway. He needs to go for ceiling clear.
From successfully getting a bracket reset.
But yeah, this is just madness. At this point, it's 6-1. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem.
Will NRG have an answer?
This stream and pizza an even more iconic duo. I don't know if you can.
Justin has had 1 of 18 of his team shots in this final so far. He needs to be
Decent block there by Fire.
so good.
There is follow-up, which is key.
But right now, he is not being able to play that at all.
All right, so the fact that Garrett can actually fly after his hit there makes it okay. I think there were probably better options, though. They didn't give the ball straight to an opponent so freely. Good shot by Garrett. And where did the Dignitas defense go here? Hit by Garrett, or hit by Turbo, doesn't hug the wall, bounces off the wall, immediately punished by Justin. This is the running theme here in this series, is inability of both teams at times to keep the ball in awkward positions in defense. Now remember that good teams are going to make it very difficult for you to keep the ball in safe positions in defense. When I say awkward positions in defense, I was actually speaking from the perspective of the attacking team. You want to keep the ball awkward for your opponents who are attacking you, but comfortable for yourself in defense. See John Sandman's landing wrap? I did. It was actually pretty cool. I didn't see it till after. I don't know when he made it. But I did see it. It's good to see that Justin didn't just boom the ball straight into a goalkeeper from 1 yard away there. There have been too many direct shots by Justin. Okay, good to see Justin not cutting straight in front of Garrett. I was worried for a second there that he was going to just cut in front of Garrett and take the ball away. But he did leave it to roll through and went for the bump here on the exit. And again, but good bumping attempts by NRG. That's surely going to be a pass down the line. It is. Always got to look out for that. K-Dop's down the line because he just finished a 50-50. You bet that somebody in Team Dignitas is going to boom the ball right at him. You played your earlier easy win Kappa. GG, I don't recall, but I mean, I'm happy enough with today. I climbed in 2s, so I'm good. I think, speaking about the crowd, just for a little bit, obviously the crowd was MVP of the entire event, I would say, because they did cheer for both teams. Didn't matter who scored. It's getting a cheer. Yeah, not a good enough clear there by not a good enough clear there initially off the back wall by NRG. Needed to just hug the back wall with that clear. Just get it to stick along the back wall, or hit it straight down to a teammate on the floor. Sorry if it sounded like a broken record, but there are just very repetitive problems here. Papa Smurf actually starting a football giveaway. I will.
This is green paint money. What for? You may be wondering. Why? For your nose, of course. It has been my dream ever since I graduated from Text-to-Speech Academy to be your text-to-speech guy and tell you to paint your nose green. Mwah.
Thanks, Papa Smurf, for the 250 bits to paint my nose green with. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, guys, take note right now. Where are we in the series? We got 1-1 game 3. NRG know if they lose this, they're in the second half of the game. If they lose this, they are going to be out. And they managed to come back and make this into a series. This is like they've lost 6 of the last 7 games. And now Dignitas just equalized with a good team goal after they messed up a clear. It's not going well. What do we get? We get a fantastic aerial infield pass by Fireburner. Ideal pass. And of course Justin hits a double touch. Why wouldn't he?
Now the question becomes, what does that goal do for Justin's confidence? If he can start really popping off here, then Dignitas will have another major worry on their hands.
I think Justin did have the highest points per game at LAN for NRG. Oh, fantastic pass by K-Dop. That's outrageous. I think Garrett might have just edged him out. But yeah, see that? Justin not able to beat the player on the backboard to the ball. That pass by K-Dop is just outrageously good. So hard to defend. The lob up to him. was decent, but it still had a lot of work to be done. K-Dub comes way off and manages to snipe it straight back down. Yeah, IDR already answered that question, so in fact I'm just going to ban you because you know that you're spamming, so yeah, I'll just ban you, bro. You can go ask boarding questions in someone else's chat. I was just going to time you out, but I think I've timed you out before for that, so I'm just going to ban you. See you later. Enjoy your rest of your evening. It's another great pass. This time does get intercepted. You know, NRG haven't done a bad job of stopping the passing plays of Dignitas, to be fair. When you know, when they're sitting back and trying to read the play. NRG are good at reading the play. I think their biggest enemies this series have been rushing themselves with their possession play, especially, and yeah, not really being as much of a unit in defense as Team Dignitas are. Team Dignitas are always moving around the field as a unit. Hardly ever see anybody get isolated, left alone at the back. Fireburner's been, I think, the standout in terms of passing for NRG, though. Going for passing plays often. Heard RL thought you banned. Nah, it was some other dude. I already forgot his name. Justin's air dribbles, though. Oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. What a play. Heroic stuff by NRG. And this time misplay by K-Dub. He didn't get the ball to hug the wall. It bounces off. NRG capitalize. And again, nobody on the goal line ready to attack that ball after it bounces off the near post. Nobody able to attack GarageG's pass as well. So NRG sort of exposing Dignitas the way that Dignitas have been exposing them a lot of the time with that game. But yeah, there's more to be done. If this is honestly the most ridiculous mountain that NRG had to climb. Excuse me. I'm up late once again. Save there by Garrett. Fireburner played for Dignitas in the grand final. I think anybody who genuinely thinks that needs to go take a good look at themselves in the mirror and you know, just count their brain cells. It'll probably take all of 3 seconds. Fireburner had a overall good series, I would say. There were moments where he didn't get the contact that he's looking for, didn't, you know, make the play that he wanted to make, didn't make the best decision, but good team play overall. And you got to remember, he's the captain as well. Redirect seems like a word of the past. Yeah, we don't really hear people say redirect for rebounds anymore, which is good. Or redirect for a simple, like, a shot. Yeah, it is getting better. Casters are getting better with their terminology, which is nice. So what Dignitas are doing very well at the moment in this game is most of their touches, if not every touch in defense, is at least taking someone out of the game from NRG. So NRG don't get any freebies at all. They always have to commit somebody to the ball. And they know that if they don't, Dignitas are just going to keep it. Dignitas are forcing NRG to come to them when they have the ball. Justin said some very nice close to the car ball control. Okay, good save by Justin, but it's not enough. You know, you could argue that the flick is more scary there because it is K-Dub. K-Dub's played that so smart. So smart. Just going underneath there. With the low 50-50. Thought they called redirects, not rebounds. Yeah, the waterfall. I don't think I heard the word waterfall. If somebody called like Devo's shot the waterfall rebound, that would have like completely ruined it for me. I think it's necessary for pro players to win a major when it's the right time, since the number of players are popping like obviously every year. Miss a perfect chance to win a major. It's goodbye. Esports is very unforgiving. It's less unforgiving now than it used to be, but it's still very unforgiving. and players need to capitalize on the time that they are at the top. Yes, they do.
Put this straight down, and he is going to, but nobody from Team Dignitas wanted anything to do with that.
Yes. Not a very good touch there by Turbo. That's uncharacteristic. Perhaps looking to pop the ball into the middle for his goalkeeper to attack, but there was nobody ready. Favorite team for winning Gnarly, and when is it again? Well, right after RLCS last year, everybody thought Team Dignitas was just going to win again, but they thought Gale Force was going to win again, and G2 won it. And who's going to win if it's not them? Oh, Garrett should have that every time. That's just a clean whiff. No more to say about it. Yeah, Tatum Mines played very well. They could be very proud of themselves. Got a lot of Twitter followers. Yeah, who's going to win Gnarly 2? If I had to make a prediction right now. I don't think it's going to be G2. Don't think it's going to be FlyQuest. Don't think it's going to be Cloud9. Don't think it's going to be... don't think it's going to be Excel. PSG are in it as well, aren't they? Don't think it's going to be PSG. I think, yeah, the favorites are probably just NRG, Team Dignitas, and Flipside. It's an 8-team LAN, isn't it? I think Flipside are just going to join NRG and Team Dignitas as favorites. But you never know, there might be another team shows up. Such speed by Dignitas when they're counter-attacking. It's really quite scary. Hey, thanks for another football giveaway.
For while you're out getting the green paint. Wheel Bunny's a calculator for those noobs to count their 2 brain cells. We will also joyful some honey for the bees
nice control by Justin.
Keeping. Also
very nice control by Justin.
I'm sure you know how to keep them since.
Listen, I'll have to write all that down, so I don't have a very good memory, but thanks for getting another football giveaway. Go get your football bits, guys. Still don't know what they are. Can somebody use one of the football emotes? What are they? I keep missing them. It's actually very impressive to me that mid-series, well, obviously it's there's 2 series here back to back, but in the middle of it all, in the thick of it all, in the middle of a grand final, a player like Justin, who's been rushing a lot of clears, giving away the ball a lot in defense, realizes that he's doing that, and then he starts dribbling a bit more, he starts passing a bit more. Like, being able to adapt on the fly is what makes top-level Rocket League players exactly what they are. Top level. So smart. Everybody thinks, oh yeah, Justin's just a mechanical player. You know, he's just all mechanics, no brain. But they couldn't be more wrong. He is so smart. Like a lot of things I'm talking about in the Series 1 that they lost, a lot of the criticisms I had for Justin, he fixed them. And he actually came back. Okay, so we got a spinning ball. Oh, there's the football. Need some whistle, something, some drawing on chalkboard, an offside flag, and then a bunch of footballs. We got the crying, love, sweating by the looks of things, and happy. Okay. What went wrong with Vitality? Should they do like roster change? Yeah, I think it's probably time for a roster change for Vitality. Honestly, they tried 2 seasons of RLCS with that roster, and neither of them worked. They don't want just to be qualifying. They want to be actually competing for the LAN. Oh no, this game just looked... I remember this one. This looked like it was just going to be Team Dignitas taking it all after a while. Yeah, the crowd definitely a little bit EU favored at times. Although they were cheering for NA goals. You know, when there was some more silence, it was mostly resorting to EU chants. However, there was actually a moment where I don't think much was happening, and a stand up if you love G2 credit chant started, you know, by the European side of the or part of the audience. I think everywhere in the audience was predominantly EU, and yeah, we managed to get the entire place to stand up actually, so that's pretty cool. Should G2 roster change? I wouldn't. No, they've still got Gnarly 2 coming up very soon, so I wouldn't if I were them. Any team who's in Gnarly 2, I would probably not be making roster changes at the moment. It's a great recovery here. And another pass by. Who's that? Fireburner. Gets the 50-50 in towards the middle. That's all he needed to do this time.
They're not ready to give this up.
Mexican waves during the quiet times. Yeah, there was lots of Mexican waves as well. I think Fairy Peak needs to find himself a new team. Maybe just set and Bluey. You know, it's just it's a shame that we have to wait for Team Dignitas to stop winning before we get to see Kate Up and Fairy Peak play together again at a LAN, because that's such a cool combo to watch. Final Carpet's reaction to Justin, buzzer beater out of 10. Okay, you know, guys, let me say first of all that one of the reasons why I have the volume for this significantly louder than I usually do when I'm doing VOD reviews is because I very much enjoy Shogun and Carpet's casting. I think they're one of the best combinations in the world for casting Rocket League. And I really feel like they add to the experience. I think that it's a better product. I'm having a better time with them doing it than them not doing it. And I would not say that for all casting combinations. I would not say that for all casters. That is 100% fact. However, the overexcitement in the final moments, I think, could have been done better. In the final minutes of Game 7, like, obviously Shogun and Carpet are absolutely losing their minds, but that's because they've never experienced anything like that before as caster. And I think that if they got a second try, if they got to do that again, if they get to do a series exactly like that, just that crazy, in the future, I think they're going to be a lot more what do you call it? Smart with what they say, and they're going to control themselves a little bit more, control the emotion. There's a reason they're chosen for the final. Yeah, they were probably the best duo, I'd say. But I really enjoyed Quinn as well. That Quinn was fantastic. What a recovery by Garrett, and what a save. Yeah, great stuff by NRG. The double tap for Garrett G, I just talked over that whole thing, but yeah, obviously fantastic stuff. It's about expected for a player like Garrett. Good placement by Justin on that shot. Yeah, it was definitely honest. Like, I love the honesty in their casting. How do I rate it out of 10? I don't even know. But yeah, the honesty in their casting, just the fact that they were so excited, that was incredible to hear. You know, it's awesome. But yeah, a lot of time that they were just blurting out words, which I don't think is particularly good from a commentary perspective. If we're gonna, be strict with it, I think, just saying random words and not really having any story, anything to go. Okay, watch this goal, by the way. What on earth? Yeah, like the yelling of a name. I'm not completely sold on that style yet. I don't think that's been perfected yet in Rocket League. But yeah, that was sick. That goal, absolutely ridiculous. He didn't slow down at all. He boosted through that whole play. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna perfectly accelerate up to this at supersonic and dodge at the one moment that I could score this. It's outrageous. Again, that being willing to go up on the back wall and receive a pass. I don't think America are quite there yet at the highest level. I've seen teams like Cloud9 do that against lower tier American teams. I've not seen them do it against NRG, like Dignitas are doing over and over again. Fireburner's clear, just not good enough again. And Garrett actually over-rotated. He made a pointless rotation into the net there. If he just hung around beside the goal, he might have been able to challenge that, or at least provide a passing option for Fireburner. Getting a little bit too scared, I think, of shots coming in. Easy to autopilot into the net in that position. Yeah, overall, yeah, this casting was fantastic. But I don't know, I'm curious to hear what Shogun and Carpet have to say. I've not talked to either of them about their opinions on how the grand final cast went, and more, or in particular, how the final moments went. Because it was really good, but that doesn't mean that it can't be better. I think it can be better. And I made the same mistake myself in the past, just yelling into a microphone. It's a great read by Fireburner. Just, yelling into a microphone instead of toning it down a little bit. Still showing emotion, but not uncontrolled, just at annoying levels of emotion, like you sometimes hear. Not being able to turn your thoughts into words that make sense. Not being able to actually say a sentence which, if you write it down, will make sense if you read it back. That's what you want casting to be. You want commentary to actually make sense when somebody transcribes everything you say and reads it back to you. You don't want to sound stupid. You want to sound like somebody who just learned English yesterday.
20 seconds now.
But yeah, I do love the raw emotion. I love honesty in casting. I don't want casters to make something up. So that was fantastic. I love that. But yeah, being able to be honest, show your emotion, while also being articulate, that's even better. You know what I mean? Well played by Garrett. First touch, on point. I said earlier on, Fireburner messed up his first touch while going for the ceiling shot. Look at that from Garrett. Sticks the ball in the perfect position that he can strike it from. Screaming goal for 5 minutes. Yeah, there are some different styles of commentary. I'm very used to British style of commentary, where the most iconic moments in commentary for football are usually when a goal goes in and a commentator just goes, "Oh, goal!" or yells the name, like, or Garrett G, you know, somebody yells the name, and then they just drop like just a very, very quick line on what happened. You know, just say like, "Oh, you know, there's the famous Andy Gray, take a bow, son, take a bow." Like that's something that he says he's been on saying in the past. What a hit, son! What a hit! You know, very simple but powerful. Instead of trying to explain the goal, just, you know, simple, powerful things like that. That's what people remember. Oh, see, like that. I love this, but I have to rewind. The music comes on early because I think the series is over. Listen.
I'll go halfway.
And with 0 seconds on the clock, NRG.
Yeah, I heard you, music guy.
Oh, he's a bit ready to party a little bit too early there. Aguero! Yeah, you know. Doesn't have to be like when that came through. It wasn't like Aguero, like it wasn't actually yelling and destroying his vocal cords. He just went Aguero, you know. It's just like controlled. Like you can be emotional, but still control that. And yeah, it was a little bit out of control, I think, with with the Justin goal. Amazing though, what a moment. Still, that's why I said at the start, I love Shogun and Carpet as commentators, and I think they were easily the best choice for the final. And they did a fantastic job. And I hope that they keep casting Rocket League for a long time, together and individually. But yeah, it wasn't perfect. You should listen to BBC Cambridgeshire commentary. Peterborough United matches are so epic. I might actually get a video and watch and listen to. Come on, I might do that later. I banned you. Okay, I'll ban you again. What up, Johnny Gaming? Gazar, by the way, thanks for 23 months of Tier 1 subbing. That is almost 2 years. That is incredible. I appreciate that. I ate my balls as well. Sorry for not saying this 6 minutes ago, but I thank you for subbing. Hopefully you're still here. Appreciate that. So there you go. That's much better from Justin. He waits for the player to come forward. And then he puts the ball over his head. He doesn't rush it. He's like, okay, I'm just going to wait here a little bit. And then when the player steps forward to me, then I'm going to put it over him.
Seems like Garrett has found another level in this series. I didn't even know he had another level.
Oh, you should have known better, Shogun. Of course, Garrett G has another level. Man's got levels. A little bit aimless there, though, by Garrett at the back wall. Show reactions of Axel Gibbs when Justin scored last beat. I didn't show it, but I've seen it. It's cool. I've seen that in the past from League of Legends events where they show the analyst desk reacting to crazy moments. It's so cool. I mean, nobody's just there along for the ride. They're not just there to get paid. Like all the guys generally do love Rocket League. It's a cool thing about Rocket League. So yeah, sure that it's their job, but they love it, you know. But Firebird gave the ball away earlier. Okay. Not sure where or when you're referring to. It's a good save. That was one of those times where backboard is completely open though. And Dignitas have been doing really well using the backboard weakness. Because NRG are feeling so scared of Dignitas shooting ability that they're all just crowding the goal at times.
Sets it up, Justin can go, but he's beat by Violent Panda. Garrett can stall
first docking session, no more Batmobile because shiny wheels. Yes. That's the weakness of the Batmobiles. You can't customize. I think it was an attempted pass by Justin. I certainly hope it was because that would have been the right option. To drill it though. Very different styles of passing still to this day. in EU and NA. NA love to go for their floaty lob passes. EU's all about the just, you know, bim bam bim, just get it done, just slap it straight at your opponent, or your teammate rather, as hard as he can, and then he hardly has to do anything. He just has to like poke it, and it's gonna go flying. But yeah, I think it's Cloud9 especially. They love their floaty passes, and it doesn't work at the highest level at all. Fireburner really exposed the backboard here, though. Yeah, Turbo really messed up. Did Turbo run out of boost again? We don't know how much boost he had. That would be nice. But what on earth happened to Turbo? Looked like he should have had that one. Rocket Daily, thanks to the host, by the way. We had a good stream. Alright, so now the early challenge is coming in, but hasn't been connected with. But you see what that early challenge did. You know, Garrett missed the ball, but he challenged early enough that Turbo actually, for a large portion of that play, could not make a play. He couldn't hit the ball because he's worried about hitting it into Garrett. And that gave sufficient time for the ball to get closer to his goalkeeper, Garrett's goalkeeper, that is. Then Garrett, Justin, I think it was, could come off and take the ball for free.
In this final series of the tournament. First NRG need to try and clear this.
Yeah, everybody's saying Fire needs to be dropped. You guys have got no clue. Like, he doesn't need to be dropped. For goodness sake, they were one goal away from being world champions. Saved by Garrett. I think that was reacted as well. Oh, Garrett the hero. What was Fireburner doing in the corner? You know, there were misplays by Fireburner, there were misplays by Garrett, there were misplays by Justin, there were misplays by Turbo, Panda, Kato. Everybody misplayed in this final. It's going to happen. Just because one player's misplay cost their team more than another doesn't mean that they have to get in the chopping block. They came one goal away from winning the World Championship against the defending champions and, you know, the best team that we've ever seen in Rocket League. Why change? Why make a change? Why not just fix what they have? I think they were pretty close to doing it right. And you know, all the things that Fireburner is doing wrong, they're fixable. That's why we're doing this review. You know, we're talking about things that can be done better. We're not saying, Fireburner will always make these mistakes. This is why Fireburner's a bad player. No, we're saying, okay, Fireburner made this mistake this time, but next time, maybe he won't. Maybe he'll play a situation better. He's a very smart player. That's why he's been at the top level for so long. Very consistent. Dignitas let 2 games, so it was 3-1. Well, obviously you can say Dignitas messed up when they let NRG back into the series, but Garrett played so well in defense this series. Even the whiff, you know, off the back wall where he just whiffed on Turbo's play. I like that he went early. You know, there's actually a good theory there, even though he didn't hit the ball. Yeah, well, the people who think that Fireburner should be cut and Fireburner lost Fireburner's fault are people who don't really know how to play Rocket League. You know, I do think that Justin and Garrett overall played better than Fireburner, but there's always going to be a player who played the worst out of on their team. That's just the way it is. There's only 3 players in the team, so 33% chance to be the worst player, right? Now this is a longer break, and I like that. Like, having longer breaks between games, I think, is fair for the players, and timeouts and things. I'm sure they'll be added to Rocket League in the future. Yes, it is almost 2 in the morning for me, French baguette. Yeah, I already read that RL6 giveaway, but it's kind of obvious. I haven't talked about kickoffs at all this series intentionally. Oh yeah, this would have been so cool. Justin messed up his first aerial touch there. He was not trying to hit the ball into the curve, I don't think. Probably trying to hit the ball more straight into the back wall. Oh, and then the Turbo on goal. Look at Turbo's face cam here. This was huge. Like, we could see him when the face cam goes away there. He was still head in hands, like, for, I think, this entire replay. He was like, I can't watch. He just couldn't watch that entire replay. What a moment. Mad. Like, you guys saw it in the stream, but he was like that in person for even longer. Crazy. Absolutely crazy series. Good pass attempt by Garrett.
Drops it down.
Still makes me laugh. He said the Fireburner had to not be too eager to get off the line in goal. Do you think he did what you asked for him? There was a couple times where Fireburner was out of position by being a little bit too far forward. He got a touch there, but it didn't do anything. Gets rescued. But yeah, Fireburner did much better not getting caught out of position by being too far forward. This is true. He did do this way better this line. I think that the reason Fireburner's made that mistake in previous lines is because he doesn't want to be beat to the ball, and he's like, I'm going to make a little step forward here just to help me get a head start on this interception. And he's like, ooh, the ball's over my head. Yeah, who did you guys in chat want to win this? Press 1 if you wanted NRG to win. Press 2 if you wanted Dignitas to win this. For me, I wanted NRG to win, but it was just marginal. At this point, it was such a good series. I didn't mind that much. It was fantastic stuff throughout. That's all you can really ask for in a grand final. For a team that teams that I don't really badly want either of these teams to win. I just want a good series. Would have preferred to have a new winner because that's cool. It's a shame that Fireburner rotated so sharply here. You can see again, autopilot from NRG, always going straight back to their goal. If Fireburner had just taken a little bit more time to rotate there, trust his teammates who are already in defense, already in goal to make that save, then he could sweep in from his side and get that clear. But he ended up in the middle of the goal, and he's like, oh dear, somebody might be shooting this right now. I need to get in the way of that. Turned out, nobody was shooting. Or at least not just that moment. Fireburner's not the only one who's done that. I think I can't remember who did it. There was a game earlier that I pointed it out, but yeah. It was Justin, actually. Just a little bit too sharp in the rotation. Man, what a series. Second, it's like bracket reset, game 7, 1-all. It's just mad. Madness. Did that just... I don't know how that had an orange trail. Did it hit... Did Panda hit this into? I got a feeling that ball got dunked on by Justin, then it clipped Panda again. So Panda did make contact. Yeah, Shogun's mic peaked. Yeah, that was one of those moments where, yes, Shogun, he had the right idea, but he got a little bit too excited. He was like, ah! Just a little bit too much. Yeah, definitely the right idea. And I really like that. My goodness. Save by Garrett G. Just actually scripted final. Ridiculous. What a play. You hear all the English accents in the crowd. That pre-jump from Justin. So many incredible saves. Another pre-jump save by Justin. Right, now we gotta get 50-50 Fireburner. No, not the dribble. Just 50-50 it, dude. The flicks, the dribbles have not been working. Let's just push the ball into someone. And we'll take that. And then Fireburner really beamed it here. That was a huge misplay. And it's going to sound like I'm contradicting myself here. You're like, yeah, Johnny, you said Fireburner shouldn't be benched. You said he had a great series. Overall, yeah, I think he played well. But in this final moments, yes, he did drop the ball a little bit. First getting dunked on with a very poor flick attempt, and then not keeping the ball in a safe spot next to the back wall with his wall clear. He didn't keep it close to himself with his wall clear. He just gave it away. And passing play from Team Dignitas to the edge of the box allows the equalizer to come in. That was an unforced error. I'm going to say that was definitely an unforced error in defense again by Fireburner. Could very easily be 2-0 right now. Although, you could say, well, Panda, should he have done better with his wall clear that Justin dunked on? Yeah, probably. Should there have been a better positioned goalkeeper to beat Garrett to the ball? Yeah, maybe. But certainly the most preventable goals so far in this final game were the two that NRG conceded, I think. And again, just no control on the ground. No 50-50 when it would have really been nice I mean, you can understand why there's a bit of panic going on. This is absolutely madness. Like, heart rates must be through the roof. And Justin's going back to his series number 1, sort of just hitting the ball at the enemy goal and hoping for the best approach. What is Shogun saying? Yeah, Shogun's always so excited he starts to... He's yelling words, but I love it. It's just raw emotion. You know, I think in the future, Shogun will be able to go through all this and sound perfectly articulate, and it'll still be just this hype, just this emotional. What a shot there to set up Turbo. Just incredible stuff from Dignitas. But okay, somehow Garrett keeps it up. Yeah, before we watch this, I know you guys all want to watch this, but listen to Shogun setting up for the "It is all over." He's setting up, and then it doesn't end, so he has to transition, which he does. It's very funny. Listen, listen. Love that. Now watch, Fireburner can't actually catch this. I think maybe he can. Not sure if Fireburner can keep that up without the help of the 50-50. Oh my days. A little bit of OTT in the commentary, but what a play. I love this moment though. I've watched this moment like 100 times. Like, probably. And at this point, I was like, I don't care who wins. Let's just have a 5-minute overtime, please. That's all I wanted. 5-minute overtime and a very good goal to finish would have been like, oh my goodness, the perfect series. But, you know, you can't have everything. You can't have everything. And Fireburner needed to either challenge that ball or go to goal. Instead, he drives into Garrett. He couldn't make up his mind. He's like, oh, should I challenge? Should I go to goal? Last second, he came away from the challenge. Accidentally drove into Garrett. I don't know why the cameraman cut to NRG at the end there. I feel like watching the Dignitas celebrate rather than NRG look sad would have been a better way to do things. But still, you know, awesome series. And I heard that Shogun's This Is Rocket League. Did he say it right? Somebody on Reddit said that he... Oh, what did he actually say? Oh, you can just hear the Carpet and Sugar. They can't keep it together. It's so funny. It's so funny. But yeah, we'll just watch this moment a lot. Madness. Yeah, Sugar's like so out of breath. Turbo Pulsar where? Yeah, stream like froze. Like, see this this shot? We didn't know if it had gone in or not. Look at Justin. He's gonna start playing Rocket League again in like 5 seconds. By the way, he's just like, wait a minute, we did it. Oh no. Yeah, but the Shogun, it is almost over. It's almost in the blur. It's hilarious. And then this is Rocket League. Oh, I love it. I love Shogun so much. What a guy. It was such an amazing moment. But yeah, that's the review, boys. I'm actually surprised that I'm not more ruined because it's almost 2 in the morning. So that's pretty cool. Incredible series. Easily the best series that we've ever seen in Rocket League, I would say. Easily. It was absolutely incredible.